Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey into the dark corners of the gaming world. Today, we uncover the forbidden frights, the horror games that were deemed too disturbing and banned for crossing the line. Prepare yourselves, for we are about to descend into the abyss of digital darkness, to explore the forbidden territories where fear reigns supreme. Our journey begins in the grim, gritty underbelly of Kansas City, the setting for the notorious Manhunt 2. The game casts you as Daniel Lamb, an amnesiac on the run, forced to navigate a world of depravity and bloodshed. Manhunt 2's notoriety stems from its unflinching depiction of violence, its brutal executions performed with chilling realism. The player, no longer a mere observer, becomes an active participant in this carnival of carnage. The controversy surrounding Manhunt 2 wasn't solely due to the gore, but also its psychological impact. Censorship boards worldwide took notice, their alarm bells ringing in response to the game's graphic content. Manhunt 2 found itself banned in multiple countries, deemed too dangerous, too disturbing for public consumption. Yet, despite the controversy, or perhaps because of it, Manhunt 2 developed a cult following. From the shadows of Kansas City, we travel to a world consumed by hate. Hatred, a game that took the gaming world by storm, not for its innovation or gameplay, but for its unflinching embrace of nihilism and violence. In Hatred, you assume the role of the antagonist, a man driven by an all-consuming hatred for humanity. His goal is simple, yet terrifyingly horrific: to embark on a murderous rampage, leaving a trail of blood and suffering in his wake. The game's release was met with a firestorm of controversy, its graphic violence and disturbing premise sparking outrage. Critics decried it as a celebration of violence, a dangerous and irresponsible creation that glorified the darkest aspects of human nature. Despite the backlash, or perhaps because of it, Hatred found an audience. Some were drawn to its transgressive nature, its willingness to cross lines that other games wouldn't dare touch. Chapter 3. Agony, Journey into the Inferno. Our journey into the forbidden continues as we descend into the bowels of hell itself, into the terrifying world of agony. This first-person survival horror game, set in the depths of the underworld, assaults the senses with a nightmarish vision of suffering and torment. Agony is not for the faint of heart. Players navigate a labyrinthine underworld populated by grotesque creatures and tormented souls, all rendered in graphic detail. The game's depiction of hell is not one of fire and brimstone, but of something far more unsettling. Agony preys on our deepest fears, our primal anxieties, leaving players haunted long after the game is over. Yet even in its banishment, Agony serves as a chilling reminder of the power of video games to disturb and unsettle. Chapter 4. Outlast 2, Where Faith and Fear Collide. From the depths of hell, we emerge into the Arizona desert, the setting for Outlast 2, a game that takes aim at the intersection of faith, fanaticism, and fear. Outlast 2 places you in the shoes of Blake Langerman, a journalist investigating the disappearance of a pregnant woman. His search leads him to Temple Gate, a secluded village ruled by a fanatical cult led by the enigmatic Sullivan Noth. Armed with only a night vision camera, you're forced to navigate the shadows, constantly hunted by the deranged inhabitants of Temple Gate. The game's depiction of religious fanaticism, sexual violence, and the corruption of faith struck a nerve with some, leading to its ban in certain regions. Despite the controversy, or perhaps because of it, Outlast 2 sparked a dialogue about the role of religion in society and the dangers of unchecked fanaticism. Chapter 5. Silent Hill, Homecoming, a Legacy. Tarnished. Our final destination takes us to the fog-shrouded town of Silent Hill, a place synonymous with psychological horror. Silent Hill, Homecoming, while not officially banned, faced its own share of controversy, its dark themes and disturbing imagery pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable. Homecoming follows Alex Shepard, a soldier returning from war, only to find his hometown gripped by a sinister force, As he searches for his missing brother, Alex is drawn deeper into the nightmare that has consumed Silent Hill. The game's depiction of psychological trauma, coupled with its visceral combat, proved too much for some, leading to calls for its censorship. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of the Silent Hill series, to disturb, unsettle and linger in the darkest corners of our minds. These games, the banned, the censored, the controversial, stand as grim reminders of the fine line between entertainment and transgression. They pushed the boundaries of horror and paid the price, their legacies forever marked by the stigma of censorship. Until next time, stay safe and keep your nightmares at bay.